Discoveries in Health Discussions from herbalhealthreview.com with Dr. Truman Berst. How are you today, Doc?
I am blessed, and I know that everyone in the rooms are blessed as well. All praises to the Most High.
Amen.
Amen.
Okay. And the choir said, Amen. Yes. Welcome to Discoveries in Health. This is Bishop Dr. Truman Berst from Good Shepherd Ministries, and we're here talking about natural remedies. Yes, this is a conference, and yes, we are live over your telephone, or we're live over YouTube and a lot of other rooms as well. And we thank you for your support, as we have no sponsors, and this is not about selling a product or any products. It's about sharing information about how to be comforted with natural remedies. And that means and people that have cancer or diabetes or heart disease or any other illness, they need to be comforted. And that's what this is all about. We're talking about natural remedies. We are not prescribing or diagnosing or talking about drugs at any time. What we're talking about is how to use the food and the nutrients that God provided. That's right. Not what man provided, because I can see he's not doing too good a job. And I think you can too.
Now,
But my telephone number is 503-362-5899. That's 503-362-5899. And you can leave me texts, you can leave me voicemails. It's a computer telephone, and it can do everything but make a cup of tea. So that's the telephone number. My email address is the same as the email address. Well, it's the same as the website, herbalhealthreview.com, which we'll be talking about, because that's where I published all my research reports regarding food and the latest science that historically shows and proves that food should be your natural remedies, and natural remedies are foods. So that's what we're doing here, and I want to thank you for sharing this information. And when you go on the website, herbalhealthreview.com, you can remember my email address. It's Truman@herbalhealthreview.com, just like the website with my name in front. Truman@herbalhealthreview.com. That being said, let's.
could I jump in here for just a second and share something real
Paul.
quick?
Sure, Paul.
There are banners. There are scrolling banners at the bottom of the screen. There are overlays that do promote products. Those product sales are Global Voice Network affiliated links, and those go to defray some of the costs involved in streaming the Herbal Health Review show for Herbal Health Review and Dr. Truman. So those links support Dr. Truman indirectly by defraying the cost that Global Voice Network incurs in presenting the program. So just clarify that.
Yes. So, and so.
Oh, he said,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I'm not fooling with y'all.
Wait a minute. Okay, I'm trying to find that. Okay, I had an open mic over there in Atlanta, and we've closed that mic. Okay, and let's get started as we always do. And how we always get started is with prayer, scripture out of the Bible. And my Bible is the King James Version of the Bible. And a good way to start here is always by putting on the whole body armor of God. And in Ephesians 6, 11, 18, put on the whole armor of God. As we're praying in the name of Jesus Christ, our Savior, Yeshua, we put on the whole armor of God, that we may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual. Whoops, wait a minute. I had an open mic. Against spiritual wickedness in high places. That's what we're wrestling against. And wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand, stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God, praying always with prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints. In Jesus Christ's name, all praises to the Most High God. Thank you, praise you, worship you, and thank you. In Jesus Christ's name, so be it. Thank you for joining us here. And I've got to, let's see here what I'm trying to find this open mic here. Is that the open mic? I think so. Well, let's go over there to that open mic and mute it. And we did. Okay. So let's get right to the telephone lines, and if anyone over there in dial pad meetings, or
We did have a question before the program, and
okay.
I think it would be interesting. It would be valuable to clarify the effect of acidity in the body, acidity versus alkalinity,
Okay.
based on consuming various foods, tomato, lemon, lime, vinegar, things like that.
Okay.
If we could please, let's clarify what effects each of those have on the body and why.
All right, let's take a look at acid alkaline balance, and we'll find that topic on herbalhealthreview.com. When we go either in common conditions and go down to M for make lifestyle changes, or go to the side panel where there's miscellaneous information on the right side panel, and you go in that miscellaneous information, and there it is. The second one down is make lifestyle changes. And when you're looking at the make lifestyle changes, that's, and it's going to come up here eventually. It's populating slowly. There it is. And when you're looking at the make lifestyle changes diet system, it is totally a complete system to nourish people, especially those who have been undernourished and deprived and need supplements to build them up, to strengthen their immune system so that they can fight off various health challenges. So this diet system is something that I worked on and still work on, and I've been working on it for over 60 years. And it starts with how much water to drink, because that's going to balance this acid alkaline environment, which is what the whole target is. The target is an acid alkaline balance in your body. So we're going to talk about pH, the acid alkaline balance, which is a table of 15, and in the middle would be 7.5, and that's about where everyone would like to be, is not acid, because when you are acid, that welcomes disease, especially diseases like cancer and diabetes and many other diseases, when you're just getting too acid. So you can be too acid, you can be too alkaline. Too much is too much. We need a balance. Then the balance in the pH scale is 7.5. And we need to drink enough water to keep that balance. Because if you don't drink enough water, your body can't be in balance, because it's not getting the hydration it requires. Then the kidneys fail. And when the kidneys fail, then and that's what happens with many people who are.
And it's important to note that we're talking about water. We're talking about water. We're not talking about liquids or beverages in general. Coffee, too much coffee, bad thing. Energy drinks, very bad. Sodas, diet or not, the diet sodas have artificial sweeteners in them that are basically created by the waste byproducts, using the waste byproducts of petroleum production. The sugared drinks, if they had sugar in them, that would be one thing, but they don't. They have high fructose corn syrup in them. Very bad. So we're talking about water the way God made it, not the way the soda manufacturer did. Is that right?
Well, what posed my question was tomato and lemon increased alkalinity, but vinegar, which is also an acid, had the opposite effect.
Well, now we can talk about it individually, things like apple cider vinegar. Let's get into apple cider vinegar and explain just what it does, so that and let's get a credible source here for the information, and let's talk about apple cider vinegar, okay? And let's see,
You might have,
ACV. Go
you
ahead.
might as well just search for apple cider vinegar AXE. So
Yeah, that's a pretty credible
you
source,
might as well.
and I like the way he articulates. See, that's the thing. You get a lot of these reports that they don't know how to articulate it. So let's talk. Let's look at the uh, apple cider vinegar, and this is as of September 27, 2022. So it's recent, and that's what we want. We want a recent article, and this is a credible person. So let's look at the fact.
I hope it's good for you, because I take 2 to 4 tablespoons a day between my tea and my salads I drench. So I hope it's good for you.
Let the doc talk.
So we're talking about apple cider vinegar. And is it good for you? Well, yeah, it is. Sure it is. Even before its recent surge in popularity, the extensive list of apple cider vinegar benefits has been well known for centuries. It's been shown to keep blood sugar in check and amp up weight loss so you can lose weight, and even improve appearance of acne, and acne, not only acne, but scarring acne. And among other apple cider vinegar benefits, there just are many. Its uses range from soothing sunburns to giving your gut health a boost. It also is used to relieve cold symptoms and seasonal allergies, and help with acid reflux, and support weight management. With plenty of potential uses, a host of proven health benefits, that is a must. You have an item, you have a great item in your medicine cabinet when you have some apple cider vinegar there. And apple cider vinegar is a type of vinegar made from apple cider that has undergone fermentation.
Thank you for calling Optics Planet. Kia speaking. How can I help you?
This is incredible. Okay, there we go. I think I'll be able to mute that. Interesting. What we experience here, but as what we're talking about here is apple cider ACV, apple cider vinegar. It's a fermentation process, and it accounts for many of the health benefits.
Now, you might have to put the doggy in the other room. Doggy wants to be on the show also.
That may have to be, because and you know what? I think I will.
Okay, well then I'm going to take a moment and talk about the Care Classic Wand from Prife International. Global Voice Network is promoting the Care Classic Wand, and I would dearly love to set up Doc Truman with the ability to promote them as well. And what I'm inclined to do, and what I intend to do, is through the promotion of the Care Classic Wand on Dr. Truman's programs, if I am able to sell 4 Care Classic Wands, I will foot the bill. I will fund setting up Doc Truman with not only his first wand, but also an affiliate relationship with Prife International. For more information on the iTerra Care Classic 1, you can go to iTerraPlanet.com and request more information. That's iTerra, ITERA Planet.com, and request more information. Just put in your name, your email address, and your phone number, and I will touch base with you and answer any questions that you have. Doug Truman, are you back yet?
Yes, the doggies are in another room.
There you go.
So apple cider vinegar, it's a type of vinegar made from apple cider that has undergone fermentation. First fermented by yeast and bacteria, which turns the sugars into alcohol. And then a second fermentation process in which the alcohol is converted into acetic acid. This process forms health-promoting probiotics and enzymes, giving it significantly less sugar and fewer calories than apple cider or apple juice. Now, this fermentation process accounts for the many health benefits of apple cider vinegar. In fact, it only takes 1 to 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar to experience the positive effects of apple cider vinegar. And each tablespoon clocks in at just 3 to 5 calories and contains minimal sugar. And if you're concerned about weight maintenance or trying to lose weight, it's still safe to consume apple cider vinegar regularly. And apple cider vinegar has been consumed for thousands of years. In fact, records show that we've been fermenting apple juice into vinegar since well before 5000 BC. Well, that's a long time. Now, historically, apple cider vinegar has been used for a variety of different purposes, such as helping detoxify the liver, purifying the blood, cleansing the lymphatic nodes, and boosting immunity. In ancient Greece, Hippocrates even prescribed it mixed with a bit of honey to help treat coughs and colds. And in the 17th century, Europeans began using vinegar medicinally. They started preparing it in syrups and antiseptics and even used it as a gargle to kill off germs. Today, apple cider vinegar has re-entered the spotlight and is beginning to gain some well-deserved recognition for its potent health-promoting properties. Not only can it be used as a natural remedy to treat a variety of ailments, but it can also be added to salad dressings and marinades, or used as an effective all-natural household cleaner and disinfectant. Let's talk about the health benefits, how it regulates blood sugar levels. The ability of apple cider vinegar to help maintain normal blood sugar is one of the most well-studied apple cider vinegar benefits. And it may be useful for people with type 2 diabetes. In one small study, vinegar consumption was found to decrease blood sugar by an average of 31%. I'm going to say that again. One small study, blood sugar decreased by 31% after eating white bread. Similarly, in an animal study out of Iran showed that giving diabetic rats apple cider vinegar for 4 weeks was shown to significantly reduce blood sugar. Apple cider vinegar may also increase insulin sensitivity. Insulin is a hormone responsible for transporting sugar from the blood to the tissues where it can be used as fuel. Sustaining high levels of insulin can cause insulin resistance, which reduces its effectiveness and leads to high blood sugar diabetes. A study in diabetes care suggests in that study that vinegar ingestion helped significantly improve insulin sensitivity by up to 34% in those with either type 2 or insulin resistant diabetes. To keep the blood sugar stable, try diluting 1 to 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar in 8 ounces of water and consuming before meals. Additionally, be sure to moderate carbohydrate intake. You gotta watch that sugar intake. Increase your consumption of fiber and protein foods, and get in plenty of regular physical activity in order to drop blood sugar even more. And it enhances weight loss. Apple cider vinegar has been in the limelight recently with fitness gurus and natural health experts alike, recommending an apple cider vinegar diet to help drop unwanted pounds quickly. Is apple cider vinegar good for weight loss? And how much can you lose by drinking it? Well, there's a plethora of research out there, and it's confirming the benefits of apple cider vinegar for weight loss. In one study, consuming just 2 tablespoons per day of apple cider vinegar over 12 weeks resulted in nearly 4 pounds of weight loss with no other modifications to diet or lifestyle. Studies show that the apple cider vinegar may also increase the satiety. So you're going to feel like you're full. It's going to feel like you've got enough of food. You don't have to eat any more, which can help reduce intake and amp up weight loss. In fact, one study showed that consuming apple cider vinegar actually decreased the total caloric intake by up to 275 calories over the course of one day. What about combining weight loss support like supplements like Garcinia Cambogia with apple cider vinegar? While popular, this combination supplement doesn't appear to show that taking these products will cause changes in your weight. And however, just because apple cider vinegar helps with weight loss doesn't mean that it should be used as a quick fix all on its own. In fact, if just drinking it alone, the amount of body weight loss will be minimal. To really lose weight in a healthy way, be sure to use apple cider vinegar in combination with a balanced diet and an active lifestyle. And apple cider vinegar lowers cholesterol. Cholesterol, which is a fat-like substance that can build up in the arteries, causing them to narrow and harden. High blood cholesterol puts a strain on your heart, forcing it to work harder to push blood throughout the body. And apple cider vinegar can promote heart health by helping cholesterol, keeping it low. Yep. And the animal study out of Iran mentioned above showed that supplementing rats with apple cider vinegar was able to reduce the bad LDL cholesterol and triglyceride levels, while also increasing beneficial HDL cholesterol. Besides including a tablespoon or two of apple cider vinegar in your diet each day, other ways to lower cholesterol fast includes minimizing your intake of sugar and refined carbohydrates, refined sugars, and including a good variety of healthy fats in your diet and eating a few servings of fish per week. Those are the things that worked. Your guide to apple cider vinegar. What is apple cider vinegar? ACV. Well, we pretty much gave you the information on that. Let's get down here to where it actually improves skin health. Apple cider vinegar doesn't just affect your internal health. It has also been shown to treat acne and reduce scarring. Certain strains of bacteria often contribute to the development of acne, and vinegar is well known for its antibacterial properties and has been shown to be effective against many strains of harmful bacteria. And Paul, are you there? Paul, are you with me?
Hey, Dr. Truman?
Yeah, Paul, are you there?
Yeah, I'm
not
here.
Paul.
Paul, can you take it a moment? I'm going to put the doggies in a different room because the room I put them in is too close and they're barking. Okay?
Okay. Hi, Jimmy. How are you? Thank you for joining us.
Well, I'm doing really well, and I really like this show. But my question more goes to apple cider vinegar increases acidity in the blood system, while tomato, lime, and lemon decrease your body acidity. It was in his food stuff that I was reading.
Okay. So apple cider vinegar increases acidity while lemon, lime, and grapefruit lower it.
Tomato, yeah, they lower it. I mean, he's a little off track, but I mean, this is really fantastic information, but it's slightly off track. I mean, it's like getting my 60-year-old wife pregnant.
There you go.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. What
And
is
I'm
the
back.
difference? What is the difference between how the body reacts to apple cider vinegar as opposed to acidic citrus or tomato? Because we all know those are acidic. Anybody that's opened an old can of tomato sauce knows what acid does. It starts to eat the inside of the can.
But I believe they both alkalize your body, the lemon and lime and the vinegar.
Okay.
Not according to the chart he had.
Let's look at the difference.
On the chart he had for acidic and alkaline, tomato, lemon was opposite vinegar.
Okay. All right.
I use them.
Here we go. The differences between tomato and apple cider vinegar. Tomato is higher in vitamin C and K and B6 and copper. However, apple cider vinegar is richer in manganese. Tomatoes' daily need coverage for vitamin C is about 15%.
Thank you. That's it. That's it on the target. Thank you.
Tomatoes' daily coverage for vitamin C is 15% more. Apple cider vinegar contains
10
million times less vitamin K than tomato. Tomato contains 7.9, where a vitamin K, while apple cider vinegar has 0. Okay, and now let's take a look here. And if we're looking at tomatoes, 2.63 grams of sugar, apple cider vinegar only 0.4 grams. Potassium, tomatoes are loaded with potassium, 237 milligrams. ACV only has 73 milligrams. Magnesium, tomatoes are higher in magnesium. They're 11 milligrams opposed to 5 milligrams. So, and there's more fiber in the tomato and no fiber in the apple cider vinegar. So its vitamin content is significant. If you're looking for any vitamins in there, so you're not going to get it. You're not going to get the vitamins from the ACV. You will from the tomatoes. And what else we got here? Tomato. The mineral comparison score, by which one of the other food is richer, the coverage chart shows that tomatoes have like 5% zinc. Apple cider vinegar has 2%. Copper, 20% in tomatoes, only 3% in copper. Whereas the calcium is the same, 3% each. So, magnesium, I think that's what that is 4% in apple cider vinegar and 8%, double that in tomatoes. So tomatoes are significantly have more vitamins and nutrients, minerals than apple cider vinegar. So there's the tomatoes contain 42.9% more calcium, 35% more iron, 120% more magnesium, 200% more phosphorus, 224% more magnesium, and 325% more zinc, and a whopping 637.5% more copper. So there's that. So there's and as a vitamin comparison, so that's the main thing. But the comparison in the summary table, it just tells us, you know, that if you're looking for nutrients, you're wanting tomatoes. You're looking for a great natural healer that does more than tomatoes do in that area. The versatility of ACV is incredible. So, did that give you some of the answers that you were looking for?
Yeah, I understood all the chemistry of that. I thank you very much. That makes more sense now.
Okay, good. All right.
Well,
And
as far as ACV goes, Dr. Axe, the number 6 benefit of apple cider vinegar is relieves symptoms of acid reflux. Gastroesophageal reflux disease, also known as GERD or acid reflux, is a condition characterized by acid backflow from the stomach up into the esophagus, causing symptoms like heartburn, belching, and nausea. Now, that may be where people are getting that it actually has an alkalizing effect on the body because it acidifies the stomach, because acid reflux is as I believe it, caused by insufficient stomach acid and incomplete digestion. Well, the apple cider vinegar taken before a meal helps to digest the food and help to put the stomach back in stasis, so it doesn't have like all this rotting food laying there that hasn't been digested. And I'm not finding anything as far as a specific reference on the effect of body alkalinity or acidity because of it. It's just that it has uh, so many other health benefits, so many other.
On target, Paul.
Yes, good job, Paul. So
Right.
taking that one step further, apple cider vinegar also reduces blood pressure. And we have so many people who are dealing with high blood pressure. It's a major risk factor for heart disease. It forces the heart to work harder, and it's causing the heart muscle to weaken and deteriorate over time. And apple cider vinegar helps improve blood pressure by keeping your heart healthy and strong. And an animal study in Japan showed that giving rats acetic acid, the main component in vinegar, resulted in reduced blood pressure. Another animal study had similar findings, demonstrating that vinegar effectively blocked the actions of a specific enzyme that raises blood pressure. Other natural ways to lower blood pressure include increasing your intake of magnesium and potassium, and upping your fiber intake, and swapping the salt and processed foods for whole foods. So that's a little bit about high blood pressure, and we could get into that, more deeply, if someone was to want to get into that more. But let's talk about how it relieves the symptoms of acid reflux. Paul went into it, and here's what Dr. Axe says: geoesophageal, gastroesophageal reflux disease, also known as GERD or acid reflux, is a condition characterized by acid backflow from the stomach up into the esophagus, causing symptoms like heartburn, belching, and nausea. Acid reflux is often a result of having low stomach acid. And if this is the case for you, consuming apple cider vinegar may help provide relief from acid reflux. Symptoms, of the acid reflux symptoms by introducing more acid into the digestive tract to prevent acid backflow, which is a reason a lot of people need this betweetn HCl, which is an amino acid that converts to an enzyme and that digests and breaks down food, and helps to get rid of the GERD symptoms, the acid reflux, because people don't have the correct amount of acid to digest their food, and it makes them feel like they've got too much acid. So they're coming to you saying, "I got too much acid." They don't have too much acid. They don't have enough, and it feels like they have too much. But the HCl, betweetn HCl, one with each meal, that's all part of the Make Lifestyle Changes diet system. See, that's the thing. What we're talking about is all part of a system that's in place. Now, a study involving a 73-year-old woman with Parkinson, and let's talk about that.
May I ask a question?
I've got an open mic here somewhere.
That's me.
Go ahead.
Was that betane HCl?
Yeah, betaine, Betaine, betaine,
Thank you.
HCl.
I
One with
appreciate the clarification. Thank you.
one with each meal. And if you had an attack of acid reflux or GERD, you would take 2 in a glass of water, and in 10 minutes it's gone. That's how you clear up GERD or acid reflux. But acid reflux is often a result of having low stomach acid. This is, and if that's the case, you're consuming apple cider vinegar may help, but you also want to know about betaine HCl. Now, a study involving a 73-year-old woman, and this mic just keeps coming open over here. A case involving a 73-year-old woman with Parkinson's disease who suffered from chronic acid reflux and constipation found that a combination of apple cider vinegar and DGL licorice and a probiotic and magnesium supplement resulted in a 50% improvement in acid reflux after 5 days and complete resolution of the symptoms after 1 month. Okay, it works. For best results, dilute 1 or 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar in an 8-ounce glass of water and drink just before eating. Additionally, remember to follow an acid reflux diet, which is rich in vegetables and healthy fats and fermented foods to help to slash the symptoms even more. So how do you use apple cider vinegar? There is a wide range of apple cider vinegar uses, from making all natural household cleaners and bug sprays to whitening teeth and aiding in detoxification. Detox drinks often use apple cider vinegar as a key ingredient. And certain popular DIY uses include an apple cider vinegar hair rinse, a homemade bug spray, an antifungal spray, or an apple cider vinegar toner. How much apple cider vinegar a day should you use? Well, a standard amount, and the easiest way to use apple cider vinegar to simply mix 1 to 2 tablespoons into your diet per day, such as mixed in a glass of water, using in your salad dressing, or even as a part of a marinade. You can drink apple cider vinegar, but can you drink it every day? Well, drinking up to 2 tablespoons per day diluted with water has been shown to be safe and effective for a variety of different conditions. And some also opt to take apple cider vinegar supplements in the form of gummies and capsules and containing a similar amount, 1 or 2 tablespoons. They're taking in gummies and capsules. And although research is limited on the effectiveness of these supplements, some apple cider vinegar supplements also use special herbs to add specific health and even more flavor. And the types of apple cider vinegar. With apple cider vinegar, terms like organic and raw, well, they're tossed around pretty loosely sometimes, making it hard to decipher what you're actually getting when you grab a bottle from the store. To maximize the apple cider vinegar benefits, you should pick organic, raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar. I'll say it again: organic, raw, and unfiltered apple cider vinegar whenever possible. It should also be murky with a web-like appearance, and the mother still intact to get the most nutritional bang for your buck. Here's what those terms actually mean and why you should pick organic, raw, and unfiltered apple cider vinegar whenever possible for the best results. What organic apple cider vinegar means is if your apple cider vinegar is labeled as certified organic, it means it's free of genetically modified organisms and synthetic additives that can actually do more harm than good in terms of your health. And if it says raw apple cider vinegar, you're getting the real deal, because raw apple cider is unheated and unprocessed. This means that it still has the mother intact, which is a cluster of proteins, enzymes, and beneficial bacteria often removed during processing. Consuming apple cider vinegar with the mother intact ensures that you're able to maximize the potential health benefits of this powerful ingredient. And finally, unfiltered apple cider vinegar. For most apple cider vinegar uses, you'll also want to go for the unfiltered apple cider vinegar. When apple cider vinegar is filtered, it removes the mother as well as any sediment, leaving behind a clear amber vinegar, which you don't want. So, risks and side effects. Although apple cider vinegar consumption is healthy and safe for most people, consuming large amounts can lead to some negative effects on health. What are the side effects of drinking apple cider vinegar every day? Well, some of the most commonly reported apple cider vinegar side effects include erosion of the tooth enamel. It starts eating your teeth. If you hold it in your mouth, you don't want to hold raw apple cider vinegar or lemon juice in your mouth. It'll eat your teeth. Or you don't want to chew on vitamin C. It will eat your teeth and chew up. You won't have any tooth enamel left. Then you'll need to find out about that oral care refresh brush and rinse formula that I invented to rebuild the enamel and harden the tooth. That's under the teeth report under common conditions on herbalhealthreview.com. Now, some of the most commonly reported apple cider effects are erosion of the tooth enamel, but burning of the throat or skin if you're trying to drink it, without diluting it, and it decreases levels of potassium. It will decrease your levels of potassium. Go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Sorry, Dr. Truman. I was trying to because I came a while ago and you used to press 2, and I just got it to where I seen where you hit the star in the 6. And I just wanted to know will questions be available during this call?
Sure. What is your question, sir?
I wanted to know if we could touch on the subject of spinal cord injury.
Spinal cord
Injury.
Spinal cord injury. Okay, we can do that. Okay. Anything else, sir?
No, that will be all.
Okay. All right. We're gonna finish our talking here about this. I'm gonna
Hey, Doc.
and I'm muting the microphone over there, and I'm back over here. And
Hey, Doc.
go ahead.
Did you say that apple cider vinegar will throw off potassium levels?
Yes, I said.
Will it lower the potassium or increase potassium?
The commonly reported apple cider vinegar side effects include erosion of the tooth enamel, burning of the throat or skin, and decreased levels of potassium. It can reduce the amount of potassium in your body if you're consuming too much apple cider vinegar. But,
Oh, wow, that's huge. Thank you very much.
okay, yeah. So we want to watch that, consuming too much. Too much is too much. It throws things out of balance. You should also start with a low dose of apple cider vinegar. If you've never used it before, start instead of with 2 tablespoons in water, start with 1 tablespoon or less, or if you're real sensitive, let's start with just a teaspoon. So always be gentle with yourself and underdose yourself to start, and then find out what it is. Increase it until you either feel it, it's working, you like it, or you don't like it, and that's where you safely find out whether it's something you can use. If you take blood sugar medications, you want to talk to your doctor before using apple cider vinegar, because apple cider vinegar may help reduce blood sugar. You may need to modify your dosage of diabetes medications to prevent hypoglycemia symptoms. And although there's limited research available on the side effects of apple cider vinegar on bone loss, one case study did find that consuming large amounts of apple cider vinegar caused low potassium and decreased bone formation due to the high acidity. Therefore, it's important to keep intake in moderation and avoid consuming very high amounts to prevent negative side effects. Finally, while there are a wide range of apple cider vinegar uses, it shouldn't be viewed as a quick fix or a cure when it comes to your health. Instead, it should be paired with nutritious diet and a healthy lifestyle to really see the results and the best of apple cider vinegar benefits. Final thoughts? Our final thoughts are that apple cider vinegar has become trendy due to its health perks. It's made from apple cider that has been fermented, producing healthy probiotics and enzymes, and significantly slashing sugar and calories. And those aren't the only apple cider vinegar benefits. Apple cider vinegar helps improve weight loss, reduce blood pressure and cholesterol, stabilizes blood sugar for people with type 2 diabetes. It enhances skin health, and it relieves acid reflux symptoms. How is apple cider vinegar used? The easiest way to use is mixing 1 or 2 tablespoons in a glass of water. Otherwise, use it in salad dressings, detox drinks, or various recipes, such as topical things for a facial toner or a hair rinse. People rinse their hair with apple cider vinegar. Now, you may opt for raw, unfiltered, and organic apple cider vinegar, with the mother still intact, as this type of apple cider vinegar provides the greatest impact. In other words, the real deal when you've got raw, unfiltered, and organic. Remember to dilute apple cider vinegar in water and use it in moderation, and pair it with nutritious diet, healthy lifestyle to maximize apple cider vinegar benefits. And that's it for apple cider vinegar. Now,
Yeah,
go ahead.
I just generally take a shot of it, tip it down, and then rinse out my mouth. But your information with the relationship to potassium was incredibly huge. I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
And be careful of putting it straight into your mouth, because again, it will eat the enamel off your teeth.
That's why I quickly rinse with water and all that stuff.
Good. Well, you're on it. Very good. Okay, let's talk about spinal cord injury. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Spinal cord injury. Oops. Spinal cord injury. Natural. Let's see what we get there. Oh, maybe we'll see even if Doc has anything there. Doctor, stay with me. Do a little spontaneous research for you. Let's see what the latest is here. Epsom salt, a hot bath, soothing essential oils, peppermint, lavender oil for the inflamed areas. Those are some things that could be helpful. Let's see what else we got. Lower back pain cause, nope, no. Degenerative diseases. Well, let's go for that. It's not exactly what we're looking for that, but this is good. This is going to be close. A lot of times it depends on whether the spinal cord, whether it's an injury or whether it's a degenerative scenario. If it's degenerative, then you want to look at all the things that are going to help with osteoporosis and degenerative disc symptoms and causes and so forth. That's one thing. But if it's actually injured, then you want to know about something that I found out about many years ago called pregnenolone. Let's take a look at pregnenolone. Okay. Pregnenolone for spinal cord injury. Let's see what it says. Pregnenolone. Okay. Well, I'm looking here. Hold on just a minute. All right. According to PubMed, a key role for pregnenolone in the combination therapy that promotes recovery after spinal cord injury. A controlled comprehensive injury to a rat spinal cord was chosen to test therapies that might attenuate the progression of tissue destruction and locomotor deficits that characteristically occur after spinal cord injury. Thank you. Yeah, they took over my show. Okay. Okay. The doggy's mom is here. All right. Okay. Take care of the doggies. All right. Anyway, we're talking about spinal cord injury, and we're looking for therapies that's going to help with the progression of the tissue destruction and the locomotor deficits that characteristically occur after spinal injury. A highly significant reduction of damage was achieved by immediate post-injury treatment with a combination of the following: an anti-inflammatory substance, that would be like turmeric, and boswellia, that would be anti-inflammatory. They used indomethacin, a stimulator of cytokine secretion, a bacterial lipopolysaccharide, and the parent steroid from which all other steroids arise, pregnenolone. This treatment reduced histopathological changes, spared tissue from secondary injury, and increased restoration of motor function. Remarkably, 11 of the 16 of the animals treated with the above combination were able to stand and walk at 21 days after injury. 4 of them almost normally. 4 of them almost normally. The results were far superior to those obtained in controls or in animals to which the substances were given separately or in combination of 2. This approach may prove to be applicable to nervous system injury in general and to injury in other tissues. So it was interesting that I was able to find that article because I knew that that's what you could do, but I never had, I hadn't seen that article, and that was an article that came out in, I'm looking for a date, and I'm not seeing it here. Maybe, it's not giving me the date, but it's fairly recent. And some of this information that was done in 1994. And that's about the time I found out about pregnenolone. And you'll see once again, you will see pregnenolone is listed in the Make Lifestyle Changes Diet System.
Dr. Truman?
Yes, go ahead.
Does it say anywhere in that article that applying heat to the spine will reduce inflammation and increase promote lymphatic flow?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't get into that, but alternating hot and cold there and increasing circulation is going to be something that would be a good idea. We need anti-inflammatories, and then when you're using that with a pregnenolone and bacterial lipopolysaccharides, so that then you're increasing the cytokine secretion. But hot and cold, and that's what they do with athletes when they injure themselves. They get that circulation moving again, because that blocked circulation is pain.
Right.
And yeah. Okay.
Well, that was one thing that I was wondering, because we spoke about the iTerracare terahertz wand earlier, and there are a lot of testimonials from people, independent YouTube videos, where people are saying that the wand has helped them in a variety of situations: arthritis, reducing inflammation, increasing lymphatic flow, increasing cellular energy, warming the bones, releasing trapped adult stem cells, which I believe if those stem cells were floating around the body, that they would find any injury or any problem and would address it by either regenerating tissue or replacing damaged cells. So I'm thinking that the iTerracare wand would be able to, when applied directly to the spine, would heat the area, would reduce inflammation, would increase lymphatic flow, allow toxins to be carried away from the areas so the immune system could address that problem directly. So it's very interesting that we had that question tonight. For more information on the terahertz wand, the iTerra Care terahertz wand, go to iTerra Planet, ITERA planet.com. And make sure that you mention that you heard about it on Doc Truman Berst's show. And the fourth wand will get Doc Truman an affiliate relationship with Prife International and his first wand. So just wanted to add that in there.
I want one of those wands. I've heard about it. And okay, all right. I'm waiting for my wand, and because I heard they really do work. That's what's.
I'll make sure that I let them know that Dr. Truman sent me.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, I had a frozen shoulder. I had a frozen shoulder for 6 months. Just to give you an idea of what the wand's done for me. I had a frozen shoulder for 6 months. I couldn't raise my right arm. I couldn't raise my arm straight out in front of me 90 degrees. So standing away from a wall and turning on a light switch was impossible. Okay. I could not reach for anything in a kitchen cupboard. I couldn't get anything out of my medicine chest using my right arm. Putting on a shirt that I actually had to pull my arms over my head to put the shirt on, that was impossible. I got my wand. I treated the shoulder for, and I'd also like to add that I had pain every time I tried to move that arm. It felt like someone was sticking an ice pick through my shoulder socket. I treated the shoulder for like 5 minutes when I first got the wand, and then I treated it for another 5 minutes the next day, and 10 minutes the third day. Every single day, every single treatment, I felt less pain, had more range of motion. And after the third treatment, the pain was completely gone. And I was actually able to windmill my right arm. Windmill my right arm. Not only raise it above my head, but to spin it around. Okay.
Awesome.
And what else? I had edema in my right foot. I've been fighting that for like a year because I had a serious infection, and I was basically at death's door for like 3 weeks. And I've had swelling in my right foot and discolored skin on my right foot. And when I got my wand, I started treating my lower leg, and the swelling went down. I got my ankles back like in a week. Okay. And the tingling went away. The pain went away. What else? A scar on my upper leg. I didn't even treat the scar, but it has since faded and all but disappeared. A scar. I didn't even treat that area. It was just the increase in stem cell production and the increase in lymphatic flow and the stimulation of my immune system. It actually rebuilt the skin where that scar was. It was crazy. Crazy.
Awesome.
So
okay. So and I want one of those wands.
I'm working on getting you one. All we got to do is move 4 of them, and I got you handled.
Okay. All right. I love that kind of talk. Now, so now I'm back here. I'm back where we started on the Make Lifestyle Changes report. And I'm looking at the 4th thing that it says in the Make Lifestyle Changes report. Guess what it is? It's pregnenolone. And then it talks about all the pregnenolone benefits below that. And then go down about the 8th or 9th thing is betaine HCl. So these things that keep popping up, I already did the research, and I combined it all together. And when you get there, it's already done. The Make Lifestyle Changes report has pregnenolone in it. It has betaine HCl in it. Folks, this isn't an accident. I mean, I'm spirit-filled and spirit-led, and I'm years and light years ahead of a lot of people simply with natural remedies and herbs and specific remedies, because I've been led to uncover this information long ago, because I've been doing this for over 60 years, long before it ever became popular to do so. So anyway, Make Lifestyle Changes report will change your life. And then when you get to be over 82 years old, which I am, you don't sound it, you don't feel it, you're still having fun, you're able to play and hug the grandkids, and you can even outrace them. That's right. Because you have your health and you keep your health. And that's what this whole thing is all about, is get healthy, stay healthy. And this system, starting with the Make Lifestyle Changes diet system report, which gives you all these nutrients, a good multiple vitamin, probiotics. It has cutting edge things that you don't know about, like MSM Ultra Pure. Then the MSM, it's natural sulfur, and the MSM will keep every cell in your body younger, longer. When you get old, you don't feel old, because you know about MSM and you know about the dosage and how to take it, and it's all right there in the Make Lifestyle Changes report. And then after it's talking about all these supplements will do incredible and wonderful things, plus it gives you a list of natural antibiotics, a list of them. Because whenever I use antibiotics, natural antibiotics, I like to use one or two for 7 to 10 days at the same time. Then the next 7 to 10 days, I'm using a different one or two natural antibiotics. And I go back and forth between 2 different antibiotics for 7 to 10 days, and then another different set of antibiotics for the next 7 to 10 days. And when you rotate them like that, you can get over infections that normally can't be gotten over. And there's a list of natural antibiotics in the Make Lifestyle Changes diet system report. How to use and how much MSM to take to keep every cell in your body younger, longer, so you don't look old. You will not look as old as you actually are, because you don't age. So when you don't age as much when using MSM, it really slows down the aging process.
I have that. I keep forgetting to take it.
And below that, Paul, it gives you a power drink. I got an open mic somewhere. I got it. Thank you for closing that mic.
Yeah, I don't know why Jimmy's got. What's happening is his phone is echoing what we're saying back to us in kind of like a garbled fashion.
Okay.
I'm echoing, Paul?
Yeah.
I'm going to mute his mic.
Oh, he already muted. He already muted.
Oh, okay. Well, it wasn't muted when I clicked on it, but it is now.
Jimmy, sometimes that happens. If you can back out and come back in, maybe that'll be helpful.
I was going to pose a question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'll back out and come back in and then pose it.
Okay. And while he's doing that, I'm going to add one thing. I know we were talking about the classic wand a moment ago. It also is helpful for pets. There are two testimonials. One where a cyst that was growing on the lip of a dog disappeared, like after a week or two of treating that area with the wand. The cyst just went away. And it was
cool.
about the size of a dime. Okay. But on a dog, a dime
Yeah.
sized cyst on the mouth is pretty serious.
Yes.
There was another guy who has a 17-year-old cat. The cat has growths on its stomach and was blind and deaf, and basically just laid around all day long. Couldn't find the litter box, couldn't find the food, couldn't find the water. Well, this guy really loves that cat. So what he did was he created this, and the cat didn't like the wand, not at all. My cat didn't like it at first either. Now she loves it. But he built a system above the cat's bed where the wand would hang and just swing over the cat and just blow on the cat. And he didn't notice much of a difference in the cat's behavior, except for after a couple of weeks of the wand doing that, the cat started lifting its head up and looking around when he'd walk into the room. The cat began to recognize him, and the cat was then able to find the cat's food and water dish. If he made a noise, the cat would turn and look for where the noise came from. Now, we don't have medical proof that the cat couldn't hear before and now can, or couldn't see before and now can, but the cat's life has changed. Oh, and by the way, the tumors on the cat's stomach have begun to shrink and vanish. So
Awesome.
I just thought I'd add that. Jimmy, are you back with us again? Yeah, you're muted. Okay.
I don't.
I am.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the
Is
echo's
this sound
better. Go
Okay.
for it.
There's Jimmy.
Okay. I can back up everything Paul is saying because I can feel my lymph flowing when I use my wand. But what I'm really interested in, Doc, is my three favorite food groups are caffeine, nicotine, and alcohol, and how I could break that cycle.
Okay. Well, sometimes
I
you can
think
do.
it's addictions.
So yeah, sometimes you have to back away from things very slowly, and it depends on your personality and so forth. But
I've got no personality. Paul can tell you that.
okay, all right.
You're loaded with it, Jimmy. You're loaded with personality.
But
I love you, bro.
But trading the caffeine for maybe green tea instead of coffee. You know what I mean? Start maybe instead of
Well,
what do you like?
nicotine
4
and
cups of coffee,
alcohol.
Jim?
Excuse me, Doc. Nicotine and alcohol seem to be the two major problems. And caffeine is, I was always hyper, and caffeine brought me down. But basically, nicotine and alcohol, those seem to go together the most.
Sure. Well, okay. Well, let's take one at a time. Caffeine, just start replacing it with other liquids where you're getting a little caffeine, but you're getting these other liquids in its place, so that finally you just replace it. Then with the nicotine, you want to know about. Hold on while I find this. Let's see. It's going to be. It's going to be listed under. Man, it's been a long time since I looked for that. Hold on while I find it. It's
The first step, Jimmy, is mindset.
mindset.
The first set, Jimmy, is mindset and taking control over your own mind. And how you do that is whenever you feel the urge to grab a cigarette.
Here it is.
Jimmy, if you could mute for just a second, and I'll go through. I'll clear this up. Thank you. If every time you think to grab a cigarette, just say, "Oh, I'll get one in a few minutes. I'm busy now. Okay, I don't need one right now. I'll get one in a few minutes," and then just stretch out that time. A little longer, a little longer, a little longer. And as far as the alcohol, and as far as the caffeine, just say, "I'll have a cup in a few minutes," or "I'll have a drink in a few minutes." I'll have a beer. I'll have a beer after what I'm doing, or whatever. It just keep stretching that time out, but take conscious control of your life, because you are a unique and special individual, and you have the power to overcome any habit, irrespective of what it is. I know that for a fact, and I believe in you, and I know you can do it.
I am. I appreciate that. And
That's
praise
amazing.
God.
Okay.
Well, the problem is, Paul, it's an 18-hole cigar, not a cigarette.
Okay. So here's what you do, Jimmy, you would get a formulation, a number 1123. Formula 1123 is a combination of calamus root. And if you took calamus root just by itself and you squirt a little bit under your tongue, whenever you wanted a cigarette, within days, you would not be able to stand the taste of nicotine. You could not put a cigarette in your mouth because you can't stand it, because calamus root will do that for you. It will change the taste of the cigarette to where it's just something you don't want. Then I added in that formulation some lobelia, which takes other herbs and puts them where they're supposed to go and tells them what to do and stands there until they're done. That's what lobelia does. I call it the general herb. It's a sedative. So you're using the calamus root that makes you not want any more craving, whether it's alcohol or whether it's cigarettes or whether it's drugs. When you got that calamus root, you begin not wanting those things. And the lobelia leaf is a sedative, and it slows things down. Then the valerian root in there is another sedative that calms you down, so you're not agitated because you can't get a cup of coffee or some alcohol or some nicotine. So that's what the valerian root is doing. It's a sedative. Then mistletoe is another sedative, and skullcap is another sedative, and so is the hops flower. And then kava root, it takes away your craving and calms things down and removes pain. And then there's passion flower. And passion flower is the only sedative you can take during the daytime. You can give it to children. You can take the passion flower as a sedative. It will calm you down, but you can still drive. You can still operate. You're not sedated. It's the only sedative that won't make you sleepy is passion flower. Those are all together in one formula, and I named it Stop Craving, but they didn't like that. They said you can't say that, so I renamed it CRVNG in parentheses, stop. Formula number 1123. That's the formula that I created about 40 or 50 years ago when somebody said they wanted to quit smoking. And it works. They quit smoking, and you will too. And you quit craving just about anything. When you crave something, give yourself a squirt of it, okay?
That's 1, 1, 2, 3.
That's correct.
I appreciate that, doctor. Thank you. And
Yeah.
Paul, you're a great bro.
Paul is a great guy. So getting back over to where we started and keep winding back up here is the Make Lifestyle Changes report. So what we did, we showed you that it had all these things already that came up spontaneously. We didn't plan it, but the pregnenolone, the betaine HCl, they're in. Those are the kinds of supplements that you take in the Make Lifestyle Changes diet system. Then below that, it gives you a power drink. And the power drink is something that you change around where you like it, but it has, it's delicious. It tastes like whatever you want it to taste, like cinnamon or pure cacao or vanilla. And you're putting in seeds and like organic flax seeds, sesame seeds, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, chia seeds. All these seeds can go in your power drink. And then you're putting in super supplements that will make you super person when you know about milk thistle seed extract that will give you a brand new liver by 60% every 120 days. So now you got a milk thistle seed powder in there in your power drink, and you've got maca, which is going to increase your stamina and your endurance, so you can just go and go and go and go. That's maca root. That's in your power drink. Then you put some organic raw pea protein powder in your power drink. And oh boy, my favorite, the super green foods with herbs. You put that powder in your power drink, and you've got all this cinnamon and chocolate or vanilla and blueberries and strawberries and pineapples and mangoes and whatever, mangoes, whatever it is you want. It's all in there. And you're making like a bullet blender drink, and you're drinking it all down. And one day you're putting in some seeds, the next day you're putting in some nuts, and you keep rotating the different things you're putting in there, so you got a variety in your power drink. So now this power drink, that's all I've had all day long since yesterday. That's it, the power drink. And that's all I need. It's so powerful. And it's got sesame seeds in it. And did you know that sesame seeds hides a powerhouse of nutrients? In addition to having an almost complete protein profile, sesame seeds, which is one of the oldest cultivated seeds in the world, contains high amounts of calcium and other minerals. And the fragrant oil pressed from the seed has been used as medicine and in various cuisine and perfumery since the time of ancient Egyptians, all of which take advantage of its unique properties. Those are the kinds of things, the seeds, the nuts. You see, we're not getting the seeds and the nuts in our diet on a normal on a normal basis. So and what I found out 50 years ago when I happened to be in Oak Harbor, Washington, in a health food store there, and I asked the lady there at that time 50 years ago, I said, how are you able to, at your age, keep running 2 health food stores? How do you do it? And she said, seeds and nuts. I blend them up, and I get a lot of seeds and a lot of nuts in my diet, and that's how I keep going. And about that time, then shortly after that, of course, then we found out, more about chlorella and spirulina and all those things, which is also in your power drink. You're putting all these superfoods in your power drink and in that super green foods. But then it gets better because we're on our way to answering the original question. Because the next thing that's listed here in the whole food, the Make Lifestyle Changes diet system is a whole food, plant-based diet meal plan. Now that means you look at the meal plan and the meal plans and you pick the ones you want. And so now you're eating what you want to eat, not something you don't really want to eat, but you're eating it because it's healthy. That's not happening. What's happening is you're picking the meal plans that you want, and you're picking the recipes that you want, because there's meal plans and there's recipes. And you pick them and you're getting the food you want. Now here is the art of the deal, as they say, the acid alkaline food chart. That's where you're going to combine. You're going to look at the meal plans. You're going to look at the recipes. You're going to pick the foods you like. Then you're going to look at the foods you like, and you're going to look at an acid alkaline food chart. And and it's going to say, okay, these foods are acid and these foods are alkaline. So you are choosing a more alkaline diet so that your pH balance is around 7.35. So it's just slightly out. So it's more. So it's more alkaline than it is acid. You're going to get about 60 to 70% of those foods. You want to look at your acid alkaline food chart, and 60 to 70% needs to be alkaline, and about 30% to 40% can be acid. And it has to be 30% if you've got cancer and you're acidic, because people with cancer are acidic and it's feeding the cancer. Well, now you know how to drive yourself alkaline with alkaline foods and get that pH balance towards where it's around 7.35. And so that is the acid alkaline food chart. And you want to stick to mainly salads, fresh vegetables, healthy nuts and seeds, and oils like coconut oil and olive oil. And if you're heating something up, use avocado oil. It's more of a high heat oil, where the coconut oil and the olive oil are higher in nutrition. Now, you want to try to consume plenty of raw foods. Drink half your weight in ounces of pure spring water with minerals daily, if you can. If you can't get that much and you're not a water drinker, well, then be sure and drink at least about a gallon of water daily, so that you're rehydrating. And because the river of life is going to wash those and kidneys out and keep them operating. And if you don't, and you don't get enough water, pretty soon you got a backache, and you think you got a backache. You don't have a backache. You have a kidney ache. And then later they say, oh, well, you got diabetes. Well, now you got kidney disease, and on and on. Then you need to know about all the herbs to bring it to correct it and change it and get it back to normal. And then you go back to this website, herbalhealthreview.com, with this Make Lifestyle Changes diet system, and you get your diet corrected, and you're getting all these nutrients, and you're targeting specific problems. If it's high blood pressure, you get a high blood pressure kit of things to work on and comfort the high blood pressure until it comes down, and especially because you now eat a good diet. And you know about apple cider vinegar. and you're getting all these good things going in your diet, and all of a sudden, you're not tired anymore. All of a sudden, you're ready to go. And the most beautiful part is you get to have all this energy you can share that to help you to share love with your family and playtime and family time. Yeah, that's special. And when you feel horrible, you can't hardly get out of bed, and you're really beat up, with this health challenge and that health challenge, you need to start on the diet, because nothing is ever going to change like you really want it to until the diet is right. The diet has got to be right. You got to be able to go to the bathroom and clean out. You've got to be able to remove that liquid from your body. You got to be able to urinate. All of these things have to work. And if they don't, then we got to fix them and get you on a good diet, get you strong and keep you strong, and target whatever it is that is your health challenges. And that's the system. And when you do that, I can tell you it works. It just absolutely works. That's it. Now, do we have any other question? Does anybody have a question or a comment?
I just had one comment, Dr.
Yeah,
Smith.
go ahead. Please, go ahead.
This is Zakia. I just want to know, do ashwagandha, because I'm taking ashwagandha. I think it's called pool dye. I'm terrible with the name. It's like PAUD and then the apostrophe ARCO. I'm taking that with ashwagandha, sarsaparilla, and soursop. Are those good for the Glumas tumor that I have in my head?
Yes, you've mentioned herbs that are there to comfort those kinds of conditions. And when you look up herbs, like if I go over to, for instance, if I go over to the website, herbalhealthreview.com, and I'm up here on that website, and I'm clicking on herbal descriptions, and I'm bringing up herbal descriptions, and I go down to all about herbal tinctures, how to use herbal tinctures, single herbs, specialized products, oils, essential oils, special formulations, tincture formulations. Let's click on tincture formulations. Egyptian blue lotus is beautiful. Anyway, and here we are, and so we are looking at tincture formulations, and with tincture formulations, we're looking for ashwagandha, and let's see what it says. And I'm looking for it, and I didn't. I need to go to the next one. Okay, that's no fair. Formulations, and I'm trying to open it up, and I'm trying to go to the next one and read more. Let's go anemia. I don't want formulas. I want single herbs. And I'm not getting it here where I was looking for it. Looks like they've done something. Help me find something. Yes. Let's go for ashwagandha. It's okay. There we go. It's trying relevance. There we go. Ashwagandha. Nope. Okay, I'm going to go somewhere else because I'm not able to bring up the report where I'm looking for it, and I'm going to look for ashwagandha, and let's go with Dr. Axe again. Okay. Whoops. All right, here we go. Okay, ashwagandha. when we're ashwagandha for the brain, the thyroid, the muscles, and more. This is a super herb. I'm glad you brought up ashwagandha because everyone should know about Withania somnifera, which is ashwagandha. It's an adaptogenic herb that's popular in Ayurvedic and traditional medicine. It's been used for more than 2,500 years and has been extensively researched and used in over 200 studies for its potential thyroid-modulating, neuroprotective, and anti-anxiety and anti-inflammatory properties. So this would be another great herb that could even be used with pregnenolone because it's anti-inflammatory. And in India, ashwagandha is known as strength of the stallion, because it traditionally has been used to strengthen the immune system after illness. It's also been referred to as Indian ginseng because of its ability to enhance the stamina and work as a natural stress reliever. And those aren't the only benefits of ashwagandha. Like all adaptogenic herbs, ashwagandha helps the body maintain homeostasis, even in the moments of emotional or physical stress. In Ayurvedic medicine, it's characterized as Vastayana, which means that it's used to support physical and mental health. It defends the body against disease and damaging environmental factors and slows the aging process. Ashwagandha benefits. Research published in the International Journal of Home Science indicates that 1,000 milligrams of dehydrated ashwagandha root powder contains the following: 2.5 calories, 0.05 gram carbohydrates, 0.04 gram of protein, 0.032 gram fiber, 0.03 milligram of iron, 0.02 a milligram of calcium, 0.08 micrograms of carotene, 0.06 milligram of vitamin C. That's what 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C contains in nutrients that they can measure. Ashwagandha contains many beneficial elements, including flavonoids and antioxidants such as catalase, superoxide dismutase, and glutathione, which is known as the mother of all antioxidants. Ashwagandha also contains alkaloids, amino acids, including tryptophan, neurotransmitters, sterols, tannins, lignans, and triterpenes. These valuable compounds allow for the herb's pharmacological activities and are responsible for the many ashwagandha benefits. What are some of the ashwagandha benefits for men and women? Here are some of the top uses that are supported by research. The research says it improves underactive thyroid function. One of the most incredible aspects of adaptogen herbs is that they help people with thyroid problems. Ashwagandha has been shown to support a sluggish thyroid for people diagnosed with Hashimoto's disease or underactive thyroid. For the millions of people who struggle with thyroid problems, many of whom don't even know it, it may serve as the solution they've been waiting for. These ashwagandha health benefits are for the thyroid, also account for the herb's benefits for weight loss, since thyroid issues can lead to weight fluctuations. So it's helping with weight loss. In a 2017 pilot study published in the Journal of Alternative and Complementary Medicine, ashwagandha benefits for helping patients with subclinical hypothyroidism were evaluated. 50 participants were diagnosed with thyroid disorder, but didn't display obvious symptoms of thyroid deficiency. During an 8-week period, the treatment group received 600 milligrams of ashwagandha root extract daily, and the control group received starch as the placebo. Researchers found that the extract improved serum thyroid stimulating hormone, the TSH, and thyroxine T4 levels. It stimulated them significantly compared to the placebo. It was concluded that the herb may be beneficial for normalizing thyroid levels in patients with hypothyroidism. Another study published in the Journal of Ayurveda and Integrative Medicine also found that ashwagandha has thyroid enhancing properties. In the study, patients with bipolar disorder used the herb to improve cognitive function for an 8-week period. Lab testing found that some of these patients experienced T4 increases during the treatment period. Although that was not the original purpose of this study. Research suggests that since ashwagandha increases thyroid function, it may not be suitable for people with hyperactive thyroid, such as those with Graves' disease. Ashwagandha helps relieve adrenal fatigue. Researchers show that ashwagandha may be useful in supporting adrenal function and helping overcome adrenal fatigue. Your adrenals are endocrine glands that are responsible for releasing hormones, specifically cortisol and adrenaline, in responses to stress. If your adrenals are overtaxed due to an overabundance of emotional, physical, or mental stress, this can lead to a condition referred to as adrenal fatigue. When your adrenals become exhausted, this can also disrupt other hormones in your body, including progesterone, which can cause infertility, and lower levels of DHEA, a hormone that's tied to longevity and maintaining a strong body. These can be all disrupted when your adrenals become exhausted. Ashwagandha combats stress and anxiety. That's why it's so valuable in all illnesses, because it combats the stress and the anxiety of illness. And one of the most well-known ashwagandha benefits is its ability to work as a natural remedy for anxiety. And in a 2009 study published in the PLOS 1, ashwagandha proved to be comparable to common pharmaceutical drugs, lorazepam, and imipramine, but without the adverse effects. So we're coming now to the top of the hour, and we're running out of time. We could go on and talking about the benefits.
That was amazing, Dr. Truman.
Yes, it is amazing. But that's just one that we wanted to even start with, and that's what's amazing about this whole broadcast is we're talking about one amazing thing after another. And Paul, since we have come so close to the top of the hour, do you think it may be time for us to have a closing prayer?
I think so.
Oh, okay. We are together on the fact that we are to the top of the hour. So let us go over here and let us get back to that whole body armor of God in Ephesians 6:11 and 18, the King James Version. And after we have this closing prayer, anyone who didn't get their questions answered, please call me 503-362-5899. My telephone number is 503-362-5899. Please call me. Please email Truman, TRUMAN, at herbalhealthreview.com, and visit the website where I published all my work, and support us, because I do not get anything from the sale of any product. I'm here asking for donations so that this ministry can grow and help more people. Please support this ministry by making a donation on the website herbalhealthreview.com. Fill out the member intake form so that you could press the button and it goes directly to me in 5 minutes, and I know everything that you're dealing with, and then I can make some suggestions that may be helpful for you. That's all there on the website herbalhealthreview.com. Be sure and fill out that member intake form. Be sure and become a member, make a donation, and help us help more people. In the name of Jesus Christ, our Savior, put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints. In Jesus Christ's name, all praises to the Most High God. So be it. Amen.
So be it.
And let's open the microphones over here, folks, that we may praise the Most High together.
All praises.
All praises to the Most High.
All praises to the Most High.
All praises
All
to the
praises.
Most High. Bless you. Bless your families.
So
Bless
be
your-
it. Thank you,
bless your
Doctor.
welfare. Bless your neighbors in Jesus Christ's name. So be it.
This program is presented for information purposes only. The statements made herein have not been evaluated by any agency and should not be considered professional, legal, or medical advice. Viewers are directed to consult their own professional sources before acting on any information presented here.